So Motorola recently launched Moto G51 with a 120Hz LCD display, 12 5G bands, 5000 mAh battery and Snapdragon 480 Plus, all at 14,999. Also, we'll see whether you should consider Moto G51 at 14,999. Well, this is Prateek. You're already watching TechVisor, and if you are watching, why aren't you subscribing? Please help us reach 600k quickly, please. The most interesting thing with the box is you have the phone with case on. You get a 20-watt fast charger with USB-A to Type-C cable, some paperwork and a SIM ejector tool. Now, keeping all that aside, charging is a really interesting thing. While other brands have all moved to 33-watt or 45-watt charging, big brands like Apple, Samsung or Motorola are still at 20-watt, 25-watt charging. Even Motorola in Europe gives 10-watt charging, but in India you have 20-watt charging because that's the standard. Let me know what you guys think about fast charging. How much watt charging is enough for you? So coming to the phone, Moto G51 has that dual tone plastic finish. Now, one interesting thing is it's matte finish, so you don't see fingerprints that much. Good one on that. But recently, Moto G31 had this texture-like finish that was nice to hold and had grip. There's no texture on Moto G51, so I would say that this is one thing I miss. Now, this is a tall phone, like good to hold tall phone. You have a Type-C port at the bottom, single speaker, headphone jack. On the left, you get a hybrid SIM card slot. So hybrid means 2 SIM card or 1 SIM card plus memory card. They could have provided a dedicated memory card slot, since in India, as of now, you will only have a 4 plus 64GB variant. There's no 128GB variant, so dedicated SD card slot would have been good. Now on the right, you have a power button cum fingerprint sensor, the volume rocker and a Google Assistant button. On the top, you have a secondary noise cancellation mic. Now this is a tall phone. I would have expected Moto to place the buttons in the middle over here. This makes the phone more one-handed and easy. So the G51 weighs about 208 grams, but the buttons down will make it feel more one-handed. On the front, you have a 1080p 120Hz IPS LCD panel. I am not sure about the maximum brightness, so hold on. So it does around 341 nits, but remember this is manual brightness and indoor settings. It's not that bad. Now again, it's an LCD panel. Some people like LCD panels, some prefer AMOLED, but I would say it's a good LCD panel. The viewing angle, if you see here, and the color reproduction on this video is good. Also, there is wideband L1 support. It can play Netflix at 1080p. However, in my unit, I wasn't able to play Amazon Prime Video at 1080p. This usually gets fixed with an update, but I'm just sharing my testing. Also, you get a single speaker and Motorola provides Dolby Atmos, which can't be turned off. Okay Google, play some non-copyrighted songs. So, single speaker, I would say it's loud enough and bassy for small room or bedroom or even bathroom. But yeah, single speaker. Now, the most exciting part, Snapdragon 480 Plus. So you also get 4GB LPDDR4x RAM and 64GB eUFS storage, which is slightly better than UFS 2.1. But the first time you hear Snapdragon 4 Plus series on a 15K phone, you would be like, wasn't it supposed to be Snapdragon 7? Well, here's the twist. Snapdragon 480 Plus is an upgraded version of Snapdragon 720, and Qualcomm's naming scheme is just... Ideally, it should have been renamed to 725 or 735, but Qualcomm has just run out of numbers. So it fits somewhere around Dimensity 700 or a bit better. See, Dimensity 700 can only handle 90Hz displays. That's why you see all the budget 5G phones with a 90Hz display. But Snapdragon 480 Plus can handle 120Hz display. That's why you have a 120Hz LCD over here. Anyways, I ran N22 benchmarks and it scores about 2,42,091. But the temperature was around 32 degrees Celsius, which is like, wow. I also tried a bit of BGMI, and as of now it supports ultra frame rates at smooth graphics, and after 15 minutes of gameplay, the gameplay was really good, no unnecessary frame drops. However, my gaming can improve a lot, but for some other day. After 15 minutes of gaming, the temperature was around 33-34 degrees, which is not that warm. So the Adreno 690 GPU is really capable in 480 Plus. So we'll test this more out, and you should have a review on the Hindi channel. So make sure you subscribe to that. Whereas let us know what other phone should we compare this to? Now the camera is where I'm really interested. The main sensor is a 50 megapixel f1.8 Samsung sensor, and the colors look much closer to real life. Like here, if you see the pool, this is how it looks in real life as well. So color accuracy in first impression is quite good. Another thing is you can shoot full HD 30 fps from the rear camera with EIS. Also G51 lets you do this dual capture video with front, rear or wide angle camera, any two of them simultaneously. So the processor is powerful and it can handle two videos at the same time. The wide angle camera is 8 megapixel and the photos are average. But interesting thing is you can also shoot 1080p video from the wide angle camera, which is quite rare in this price range. I like the 13 megapixel selfie camera, but again, I need to test it more for the full review. And of course, you also have the 2 megapixel macro camera, which is still there. Now, the software is something that is stock Android. Absolutely no bloats, no ads. You get Android 11 with it, and that Moto chop to flash. Dude, I'm so used to this gesture, I've started doing it on other phones. So in updates, Motorola is promising an assured Android 12 updates and 2 years of security updates. Now, I want to know from you guys, how is the update situation for the recent Moto Edge owners? I really want to cover that portion. Now, I did get carrier aggregation on it on my Airtel SIM, which is rare, super solid carrier aggregation. Also, a good deal, it supports 3CA on the Moto G51. In case you're confused, 3CA gives you faster 4G plus speeds. I have a very good video on it, you can check it out here. Also, you get all the important sensor, gyroscope, compass, Wi-Fi 5 and 12 bands of 5G. So overall, should you consider Moto G51 at 14,999? Well, yes, if you want a stock Android phone with proper 12 5G bands with good hardware under 15K, this is the only option to consider as of now. The pricing of 15K is really important. Motorola recently has been pricing their phones really good, and consider is the important keyword here. Wait for the full review. And let me know what do you think about the whole 480 plus and Qualcomm naming scheme. Let me know, I'm really excited to know that. On that note, this is Pratik signing off. See you pretty soon.